Hey Dad, just following up to our earlier conversation about the website and how things are looking and your metrics. I have compared the site to Damon's site. I know that, y'all aren't perhaps direct competitors because he does have more product on his site, but, in the way of bow makers, he is a competitor and generally speaking a competitor. So I figured that he would be a good one to use just to, show you some of this important information here. So looking at the ProBow the Hand website first, I can see that you obviously have great pictures. This is very important in consideration that you've got a store here. So, those all look very nice. However, as I scroll down, I can see that you don't have a lot of words. And Google wants to see around 1,500 to 2,000 words on the home page. And that amount just depends on the competition, i.e. Damon. And I can tell you that he has around that 1,500 mark. So that's something that you want to take into consideration. And of course, you may know that a keyword is anything that somebody might type into Google looking for the particular product, in your case, the ProBow. And Google likes this information so that you can strategically place these keywords throughout your content. And that tells Google exactly what you want your website to be put in front of when people are searching for it. So switching over to Ahrefs. So Ahrefs was what I sent you just a quick picture of via text earlier. However, there's a lot more important information here that I want to share with you. And the first is the UR and the DR. So the UR and the DR is the strength and the trust that you have with Google. And anywhere between 30 and 40 is considered a strong site. And so when it's on the lower end, if you use some of the tips that I'm going to give you and am giving you, then that will allow Google to trust you more. Right now, you have 250 backlinks, and this comes from 101 referring domains or websites. A backlink is anywhere that you can find one website linking to another via clickable text. And these links act like an endorsement for your website from others. And Google uses this to build trust in your business by seeing that others are vouching for you. However, do keep in mind that not all backlinks are created equal. And so some of those could be a bit spammy. And others are more authoritative. So you obviously want the ones that are more authoritative and related to the niche that you're in. So, decor, bow making, so on and so forth. That's what's going to send power to your site and boost your strength. So right now you're indexing 669 keywords, and it's getting you about 1,100 hits on your website per month. So I want to show you some of the keywords here that we're looking at. And I think I went over this a little bit with you, but everything that I'm seeing here is ProBow, ProBow the Hand, things that have ProBow within it. And maybe not everybody understands that the product is called ProBow. So this is something to keep into consideration whenever you are determining what these keywords are going to be, because you want to be sure that you've got things in there that maybe don't point exactly to the product, but are going to get you to the product and get you found. So I've switched over to Damon's website, Deco Exchange, and just looking at all of the information that he's got here. This is where I think a lot of his content is probably coming from, and those 1,500 words. Look at all of this. So something to keep into consideration. This is something that you could easily do as well. I'm not saying that you have to copy, but that is a great way to get that content there. And there's probably a lot of keywords in here to go along. Now I've switched over to Ahrefs so that you can see his UR and DR, and you can see that he's 21 and 39. His backlinks are about 8,600 from 231 referring domains. So he's got a lot of people talking about him. Also, he has a lot more keywords than you have, about 3,100, and he's getting 7 times the traffic on his website than you are. So let's take a look really quick at some of those keywords that he has. All right. And so you can see right here, the 4th one right there is wreath supplies. Wreath supplies, that's not really anywhere on yours that I recall seeing. Now, I would consider ProBow the Hand a wreath supply. You know, I know again that he has a lot different things than you have, but you know, just things to keep in mind as you go along. You want to have things, you know, that make sense as your keywords, things that are going to help your buyer find you. So last but not least, I did type in bow maker into Google. I don't recall bow maker being one of your top keywords. And whenever I scroll down, you know, you would think that ProBow the Hand would be there, but I just keep scrolling and it's not there. Now, of course, it is here, and I agree that that is wonderful that it's there. But you know, you're going to want your website to pop up here, and well, let's just pretend that we don't see Damon, but he is there. But you know, just things to think about, you know, as you start to think about things that you might want to do with your site, things that you might want to do on Facebook, so on and so forth. If you want to have a better Facebook presence, then I would, you know, recommend that you also increase your presence in Google as well, and as well as, you know, just trying to improve upon your website in ways that you can. So I hope this was helpful.